Power One at Red Hot Yoga. I'm Bethany Vaughn, and tonight we are doing a confidence building sequence. So let's get started. Go ahead and take your knees just to the inside edges of your mat. Put the tops of your feet down with your big toes to touch. Lengthen your arms long out in front of you and place your forehead onto the mat. You're going to ease your hips and your buttocks back towards your heels, creating a lot of space all through your spine, all through your thighs. Lengthen your arms as long as you can forward, and if you need a little extra space in between your hands, take your hands and arms slightly wider so that space around your neck where it meets the shoulders can soften and the shoulder blades can descend. Be mindful that your inner upper thighs are in contact with your low ribs. This is especially important if you have a low back issue or if you're pregnant. And when you position your head, the forehead is placed in such a way that you have no compression in the back of your neck and no gripping in the front of your throat. You'll feel the space around your eyes begin to broaden. You'll find that the inner ear starts to relax and open, and you'll be able to take a deeper breath in and out more comfortably. If you need to, take a cleansing breath or two in the nose and out the mouth, and you can take cleansing breaths anytime that you need. Begin breathing in and out through the nose only now. And you want your inhalations and your exhalations lasting the same length of time. So once you're able to take a good, deep, complete breath all the way in and all the way out, then make your breaths parallel. And a classic yogic breath is 5 counts in and 5 counts out. If you can go a little longer than that, absolutely, 8 to 10 counts. If 5 counts feels too much, 3, 4 counts is perfectly fine. Just make your inhales and your exhalations match each other. Those of you who are familiar with Ujjayi style breathing can start to amp up your Ujjayi. This is breath that not only can you feel it, you can actually hear it. If you need to make any adjustments physically, mentally, or emotionally, you can start to do that now. Be mindful when you make adjustments. Don't just move around or think things because you don't know what else to do. Really pay attention and make conscious choices as to what it is you need so that you can breathe deeply and evenly, so that you can start to feel your breath not just in your chest but all over your body. And you can send your breath anywhere you want to in the body. You should have confidence in your ability to take really good care of yourself. Notice that if you focus and concentrate on sending your breath into your knees, thinking about the knees, sending the breath to the knees, you start to feel your breath in the area in and all around your knees. This is very powerful. So wherever you feel that you need nurturing, attention, support, breathe into those areas. Notice also not just the areas that are really loud, that are feeling tight or in pain in some way, but also notice the areas that aren't loud at all, that are quiet or even numb. And those areas sometimes need a lot more attention. So notice when you breathe in and out, if there's an area where your breath skips over or that you avoid. And make a conscious effort to breathe into some of those areas today as you move through your practice. Your breath is always in the present moment, so anytime your mind drifts into the past, set an intention for your class. Your intention should be meaningful to you. Your intention will benefit you and everyone and everything else in the universe. and sincere and good place. And taking 2 more breaths here. And at the bottom of your exhale, you're going to take your low belly in, up, and back. And on your next inhale, you're going to come up onto all fours. And line up your knees underneath your hips. And line up your wrists underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers open really, really wide. You can choose to keep the tops of your feet down, or you may want to tuck your toes forward. When I'm trying to get more grounded and build confidence, I like to tuck my toes forward so that I can feel the soles of my feet pressing and that awareness from my low belly all the way through to my feet. Take a deep inhale with a neutral spine, and on the exhale, start tucking your tail and rounding your back towards the sky. This is cat pose. On the inhale, lift from the chin and chest, spine goes towards the mat, tail lifts last. And on the exhale, tuck into your tail and round up into your back. And we're gonna move into 8 more cat-cows. Move at a pace that's comfortable to your body and your breath and your brain. Articulating the spine, inhalation, upward motion, exhalation, downward motion. You can make circular motions with your hips, go in both directions. Feel free to thread the needle where you take one arm underneath the other, opening up through the side body, and the shoulder and the neck, and mirror and match your sides. You may like to take your cows into upward facing dogs, or round your back so deep in your cat that you drag up on your fingertips. A few more rounds of cat-cows. You'll finish up with your last rounds. Neutralizing your spine, fingers spread wide. Toes should be tucked forward. Deep inhale through the upper back. And on the exhale, lift the hips up and back into your downward facing dog. Move your toes back an inch or 2 away from your hands so you have the proper distance in your down dog. Elongate fully through your spine, and then we're going to walk the dog. Bending alternate knees, and taking a little bit of hang time in each of your heels. You can lift one leg and drop the heel toward the opposite buttock, open up in the hip, in the side body, roll the ankle out. Do both sides. You may like turning both of your feet to the right and dropping the hips down to the left. And doing the other side. And then we'll all meet up in the downward facing dog. And taking 3 more breaths in our down dog. And ultimately in down dog, you will have your heels and your head onto the mat. It takes some time. What's more important is that you use your down dog to align, to reconnect with your breath, and to rest. And then look to the space between your hands Walk up into that space. And taking your feet hip distance or wider. You can bend your knees if you need to so your low ribs are touching your high thighs. And those of you back injured or pregnant, keep your hands on the ground for extra support. If you don't have a back injury, you're not pregnant, grab opposite elbows. Put your thumbs in the creases of the elbows. Turn your head right and left in the no motion. Keep your elbows aligned underneath your shoulders. Try not to pull them towards your shins. Nod your head in a yes motion. You can take your head around in little circles. Go in both directions. Still your head and then switch your grip. Now the other forearm's in front and we start taking the hips from side to side. Bending alternate knees. Hips go left, torso right, and vice versa. Take a little latitude with this. Go a little deeper. Swing the hips right and left, torso right and left. Bending alternate knees. Keeping the weight as even as you can across your feet. Balance out your sides. Bring it to the center. And hang the arms to the ground like a rag doll. Take a full breath from your heels to your crown all the way in. And then all the way back down. Back injured, pregnant. Feet hip distance, hands will walk up, bent knees. Otherwise, toe heel the feet so they come side by side. Hit your thighs back, tuck your tail, and round yourself upright. And taking your shoulders down and back twice. And we're going to come up to the very top of the mat, bringing the toes and the heels and the ankles to touch. Unless you're modified, bringing your hands to heart center. Connect with your breath, in and out through your nose. Eyes are open. And on the inhale, raise your arms upward towards the sky. Urdhva Hastasana, upward hands pose. And as you exhale, bow forward into Uttanasana, forward bend. Take your left foot, step it back, put your knee down and the top of your foot down. Inhalation, this is low lunge. Placing your hands onto the mat, step back and lower down to the ground. Tops of feet down, hands 12 inches forward. Inhalation, low cobra. Then pull your hands back, tuck your toes and press into down dog. Take your left foot, step it up, coming into your low lunge. Come up to forward fold. Rise up, take a tiny arch back, and on the exhale, bow it down. Head is relaxed. Right side, knee goes down. Low lunge. Hands to the mat, lower down to the floor. Hands 12 inches forward, tops of feet down. Inhale, pull the hands back, tuck the toes, exhale. Take the right foot, step it up, low lunge. Come up and forward fold. Rise up and back and bow. Left side, knee goes down, hands to the mat, lower to the floor. Lay your forearms down, inhalation, Sphinx. Hands back, tuck the toes, down dog. Left foot comes forward, low lunging, forward bending at the top. Rise up and back, and bow. Right side, knee goes down. Hands to the mat, lower to the floor. Forearms down. Inhale, hands back, exhale. Right foot up, low lunge. Deep forward bend at the top. Rise up and back, and bow. Left side, knee goes down. Step it back, lower to the floor. Keep your hands where they are. Toss the feet down, curl it up, cobra. Exhale, press it back. Down dog, take the left foot. Step it up, and then deep forward bend at the top. Rise up and back, and bow. Right side, knee goes down, hands to the mat, lower to the floor, curl it up, cobra, press it back, down dog, up with the right, deep in the lunge, forward bend at the top, take it up and back, and bow. Left side, knee goes down, step back, lower to the ground, go wide and high on the fingertips, curl it up. Exhale, press it back, take the left foot up, then forward fold at the top. Rise up and back, and bow. Right side, lower to the ground, wide and high. Press it back, up with the right. Forward bend at the top. Rise up and back, bow. Left side, knee goes down. Now listen to the instruction. Step back, lower to the ground. Extend your arms straight out in front, legs straight back. Pull the belly in as you exhale, and on the inhale, lift everything up. Hold. Hands back, tuck the toes, bring it back into down dog. Take your left foot, step it up, low lunge. Come up, forward fold, rise up and back, and bow. Right side, knee goes down. Step it back, lower to the floor. Arms forward, pull the belly in as you exhale, and then inhale, lift everything up. Hold. Keep breathing, lengthen, strengthen. Hands back, tuck the toes, down dog. Up with the right, low lunge. Come up, forward fold. Rise up and back, and bow. Left side, knee goes down. One more round, just like that last one. Lower to the floor. Arms forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Left foot up. Forward bend at the top. Rise up and back, and bow. Right side, knee goes down. Lower to the floor. Arms forward. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot up. Forward bend at the top. Rise up and back. And bow. Left side, knee goes down. Step back, hold, high push-up plank. Move your left hand and your left foot toward the center. Stack your right foot on your left foot. Vashisthasana. Holding the pose. Pulling in the belly. Lifting through the chest. Then high push-up plank. We're going to bend the elbows straight back for chaturanga. Curl the chest into upward dog. And then press into downward dog. Take the left foot, step it up. And come up to forward fold. Rise up and back. And bow. Take your right foot back, knee goes down. Step back and hold your high push-up plank. Move your right hand and your right foot toward the center. Stack, turn, holding your pose. Breathing, lifting the chest. High push-up plank. Elbows straight back. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, right foot up, low lunge. Come up, forward bend. Rise up and back, and bow. Take your left foot back, put your knee down. Step it back, lower chaturanga. Upward dogs to downward dogs. Left foot up, forward fold at the top. Rise and bow. Right side, knee goes down. Lower chaturanga. Up dog. Into down dog. Up with the right. Deep forward fold. Rise and bow. Last round, left foot goes back, knee goes down. Hands to the mat, lower chaturanga. Curl it up, press it back. Come up with the left, deepen that lunge. Forward bend at the top, straighter legs. Rise up and back, and bow. Right side, knee goes down, last side, last round. Chaturanga to up dog. Press back into down dog, then step up with the right foot. And then when you complete this side, hold your forward fold at the top of the mat, and we'll all meet there. You can bend your knees as much as you need to and take as much space between your feet as it takes for your knees to be able to bend toward each other with your feet parallel. So parallel your feet, and then notice if when you bend your knees, can you bring them toward each other? This is good. This means you have internal rotation. And then, of course, straighten them as much as you can. You can use your hands pressing down to pull your shoulders back away from the ground. You can hold your big toes in your peace fingers. You may want to scoop up your heels into your palms. If your wrists are a little achy, you can always step onto the palms. You want your toes to come all the way to the wrist if you do this. You can interlace behind you and stretch your arms up and over. And you may notice that from warming up in the sun salutation A's, you have a little bit of shortness of breath. Smooth the breath. Focus and concentrate into the moment. And reconnect with your even breathing. Two more breaths here. Little weight forward toward the toes. Hips start aligning over the ankle bones. And then release your variations. Now, if you have a back issue or you're pregnant, you should keep your feet hip distance. Otherwise, take your feet so that they're side by side. And we're going to bend our knees and sit to an imaginary chair. This is called Utkatasana. Awkward pose, chair pose, fierce pose, powerful pose. Sitting down, sitting low. Pressing your heels, pulling your belly, lift through your chest. Then shoot up. And on the exhale, bow forward. Look up halfway and step or jump back. Inhalation, bring it to up dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. You're going to take the left foot and step it up. For warrior one, your knee is bending at 90. Your right leg is straight and strong. Your chest is squared forward. Eyes are up. If it's comfortable, you can bring your head back. Good, and then hands come to the mat. Step back and lower. Inhalation and exhale. Other side. Right foot comes up. Warrior one. Outer edge of left foot is down. Arms are up. Chest is square. Right knee bending 90. And change. Hands go down. Stepping back to lower. Inhalation and exhale. Now we start to appreciate that downward facing dog as a rest. Taking one more breath. Looking up, you can step up or you can jump up and fold. Bend your knees to sit down into your chair. Let's bring the hands to heart center. We're going to twist. Take your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh, turning and twisting your chair. You want to turn your waist, turning your chest, turning your shoulders, turning your neck if it's comfortable. Release, hands to the ground. Toe heel the feet apart. Grab your big toes with your peace fingers. Palms facing each other. This is Padangusthasana. Hold the big toe pose. Fold in. Go deeply. Draw your shoulder blades down, lengthening your side bodies towards the ground. Engage the thighs. Lift the seat higher. Consciously relax your neck. And then release hands from toes. Toe heel the feet side by side once again. And sit down in that chair. Bringing the hands to heart center, and then we take the right elbow and bring it to the outside of the left thigh, turning and twisting. And your seat should be lower than your heart, and your heart should be lower than your head. Turn another inch. Try not to let your knees shift. Keep them side by side. Unwind, hands to the mat, toe heel the feet apart, bend the knees, and then lift your heels and scoop up underneath your heels into your palms. Padahastasana, hand to foot pose. Draw the shoulders back, lengthen your toes, pull in your low belly. Breathe. Work for straighter legs, longer spine, deeper breaths. Release your hands from your feet. Toe heel your feet so they come side by side. Bending your knees. Sitting down into your chair. Shoot it up. And on the exhale, bowing forward. Looking up and step or jump back. And we lower. Curl into upward dog. Press into downward dog. Let's take the left foot forward for warrior two. You want your chest facing. In our room, it's the long mirrored wall. If you're at home, you have your chest facing the long edge of your mat. And your gaze is left. We're going to flip the left palm and reach it back. Putting the right hand onto the hip. You can also put your hand, if you want, on your thigh or your calf. I particularly like at the hip, because it helps you to deepen the crease at the hip where it meets the thigh, and you can stretch your side body back further. Good. And now slide into Parsvakonasana. Put your hand ideally behind your ankle and the other arm over. But if that's not happening for you, you can put your hand in front of your ankle. And you can have your arm up. The modification for this pose is elbow on the thigh, other hand on the hip. Go to your working level. Let's take 2 more breaths. Y'all can bend your knee more. Good. And change. Hands to the floor. Try not to drag your foot. Pull your belly in to step it back. And lower. Inhaling and exhaling. And then we're going to take the right foot up. Into warrior two. Gaze is to the right. Right knee is bending 90. Knee is stacked over ankle. Flip the palm and bring it back. Reversing it. Putting the left hand in the same place you put it on the other side. Reaching, lengthening through the side body. Pulling in the belly. Lifting through the chest. Going deeper. And sliding. Placing the hand behind the ankle as you're able. Taking the other arm over. Or hand can go in front. Arm can go up. Or modified. Keep breathing. And change. Lower. Inhale. Exhale. Happiness and down dog. Deepen your breath. It'll make you feel better. Look up. You can step or you can jump. And fall. Sitting down. Shooting it up. Exhale. Bow. Looking up. And come on back. Lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot forward. Warrior one. As soon as you're up, bring it right back down. And then we'll move into the right side. Warrior one. As soon as you're up, bring it right back down. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Now I'm going to have your turbo dog, your down dog. And I'm going to make sure that at home they can see what I'm doing because I wouldn't want anyone to miss out on this because it's just so awesome and hard. The elbows bend toward the mat and toward each other. You are not putting your forearms on the floor. You are just waking up your upper back. Your elbows bend toward the mat, they hover, and toward each other. Relax your head, hit your thighs back more. Good, then straighten the arms, and take a breath in down dog. Then you'll have a new appreciation for down dog. And look up, and you can step or you can jump. Fold. Sit down in your chair. Shoot it up. And on the exhale, bow. Look up halfway. Bringing it back. Lower. Curling it up. And pressing it back. All right, we're going to take the left foot up for warrior one. Hold your pose. Clasp your hands and interlace behind your back. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, fold to the inside of the leg. Now, if you have a back issue, you're pregnant, or you have a shoulder issue, then you can lay your left side body on your thigh. Otherwise, it should be the inside of the leg. Don't shoot your hip out to the left, pull it in. Strengthen your right leg more. Take the arms more deeply over. And then inhale and come up. Warrior one. And exhale, flow. Low. Inhaling and exhaling. Other side. Right foot steps up. Warrior one. Clasp your hands in the opposite interlace. So you would switch out your grip. Inhale, exhale. Whenever you get the head below the heart, even if the pose is challenging, it's a little bit more relaxing on your nervous system, so take advantage of that. One more deep breath here. Inhale, come up. Warrior one. And exhale, flow. Low. Inhaling and exhale. You can walk your dog a little bit. We're going to move into one more beat. So look up, and you can step or you can jump. Fold in. Sit down in your chair. Shoot it up. And on the exhale, bow down. Look up halfway, and we're going to bring it back and lower. Inhaling and exhaling. Take your left foot up, and we're going to open heart our warrior. So hold your pose, and you have your arms, they're up, and then you bend them, and bring the elbows forward as you lift the chest up. Good. Then hands come to the mat, step back and lower. Inhaling and exhaling. Now we take the right foot up, warrior one, and open heart your warrior, bending the elbows, gently bring the elbows forward. Excellent, and then hands go down and lower. Inhale and exhale. And we'll hold this downward facing dog for 5 breaths. While you're in your down dog for a good amount of time, let me just go over how you want to align, just in case some of you are brand new. Your fingers are spread wide. Ideally, your middle fingers point forward, but check out the eyes of your elbows, and if they're turning out like a bulldog, turn your hands out slightly so your index finger points forward. And then rotate so the eyes of the elbows look at each other. Suck your low belly in, under the belly button, and press your thighs back. Descend your heels, and let the crown of your head come closer to the mat. And then look up, and step or jump. And fold. Bend your knees. Sitting down in your chair. Come up and bring your hands to your heart. Good evening. Have some water. I think everyone is warm. Yes? Now it's only 100 degrees, so, but that's back here. Let me come up here. It's a little warmer in the front. So this row is the row right here that gets like the stuff. It bounces off the wall. Alright, so we're going to move into the rest of our practice. I'm going to talk about confidence a little bit from my back so that video, but if you don't mind, if you'll turn around, that way I can talk to y'all to your face and not to the back of your head. So, everybody wants to have confidence because you want to do things well, and you want to accomplish things in your life, and you want to be respected. I mean, that's what a lot of people want. They want to be happy and feel like people like them, even if we don't like everybody. It's kind of a funny thing. You want everybody to like you, but you don't necessarily feel like you have to like everybody. And one of the things that we learn in yoga is that you practice acceptance, first and foremost of yourself, and then it allows you to completely accept everyone else. Everyone else, regardless of who they are, where they're from, what they do, how they think, even if you completely disagree with their belief system or anything that they think or say. Right? This can happen in families, this can happen among amongst friends. This can happen where you're friends with somebody, say, when you're younger, and then as you get older, you realize you're very different people. And we're all different, we're all unique, but we're also all the same. We're all completely interconnected. And so one of the things that's helped me the most to build confidence is that I started to really look at my weaknesses, which was not fun. Some of them were pointed out to me over the years, and others I always knew. And you might think, no, you should focus on your strong points if you want to build confidence. But I think that you should focus on where you're not so strong and work on that so that the stuff that's already good just gets better. But the stuff that's not so good, you actually improve. And then you have confidence, because if someone says something to you that you already know about yourself, oh, you talk too much. I know that. It doesn't hurt your feelings, and you don't lose your confidence because you know yourself. Yeah? If you know that you're typically oversensitive or insecure about a relationship, know that. So when somebody says something about it, you're not crushed. Build confidence. So the better you know yourself and your weaknesses, the stronger you are. When you go to a job interview, they don't say, they usually say, what are your strong points? But they really want to know, do you know your weaknesses? Because then they know that they can work with you. Because you can work with yourself. So this is what we're going to do. So as you're on your mat, you're like, I am so bad at triangle, oh my God, I cannot do bird of paradise, or whatever it is. I want you to just say, that's all right, I can't do it right now. But I'm going to work on it. You can have confidence about not being great at something. It's okay. Let's come to the top of the mat. Let's work on that. How's that sound to you? Good answer. Come to the top of your mat. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a cleansing breath in the nose and out the mouth. And do it with confidence. And then on the inhale breath, raise your arms above your head. And as you exhale, bow down. And then inhale and look up halfway. And come on back. Lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take our left foot up for triangle. I don't randomly mention poses. Engaging both of your legs, which means you have to look forward to easy bird of paradise. At least it'll be the easy one. Engaging both of your thighs, pulling in your belly, lengthening through your spine. If you can't reach the floor, you put a block behind your ankle. If you don't have a block, you put your hand onto your shin. Then inhale and rise, and turn both of your feet so that they face forward. Loop your tailbone down, roll your chest open, and then hinge forward where your hips meet your thighs. And put your hands on the ground. And I'd like you to keep your hands on the ground today. Rather than grabbing your ankles, walk back with your hands. And put your head onto the mat and feel what it's like to have the crown of your head and your hands pressing into the mat at the same time. Now some of you might not have your head on the floor yet. Bend your knees and notice if you can do that. Do not rock too far forward. Just bend your knees, lift your seat, extend your spine. I'm looking for a 90-degree angle with the elbow over the wrist here. Good. And then walk your hands forward. And we're going to turn our right foot in a bit and our left foot so that it's facing the top of our mat. Open your arms and bend your knee, coming into warrior two. From your warrior two, we're going to come into Parsvakonasana, taking the left hand in front of the foot and the right arm over. And then we're going to bind, taking your left arm under and your right arm behind. Now this is the point in the pose where if you don't want to go further, that's okay. But if you'd like to try Easy Bird of Paradise, turn your feet so that they face the long edge of your mat, and then bring your feet closer together. Then you're going to stand up into your right leg and lift up your left. And turn your waist away from your leg in the air. And then we'll come back down into Parshvottanasana, unbound, and flow. Hands come down, bring it back, and lower. Inhalation and exhalation. Coming into downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Let's take our right foot forward for triangle. And those of you that need a block, you can put your block behind your ankle so that you can align like your shoulder blades were up onto a wall. Good. And then use your inhale breath to come up and turn your feet so that they face the long orange wall, the long edge of your mat. Place your hands on your hips, loop your tail, lift your chest, exhale, come forward. Place your hands down and walk back. And this time, some of you can stand onto your head. So if you'd like to come up into headstand, you're welcome to do so. The prep pose is to put the knees on the upper arms. Holding here, or you can just be in it like you were before with your hands onto the ground. 2 more breaths. And then come down if you're standing on your head. Good job. And everybody inhales up, turning the left foot in and the right foot forward, and bending into the right knee, and sliding into Parshvottanasana. And we bind. Right arm goes under, left arm behind. And you can turn your feet. Stand up into your left as you lift up into the right. Go to your working level. And then we'll bring it back through Parshvottanasana and flow. Lower. Inhaling and exhaling. One of the things that builds a lot of confidence is balancing. So let's walk our hands towards our feet and round up. I'm going to have everybody turn and face the long edge of the mat and the long mirrored wall in here. We're going to stand into the right leg and lift the left thigh up, parallel to the floor. Hands onto the hips. And then the modification is to hold your knee with your left hand, or you can reach down the inside of the foot and go get your big toe. Stand up tall, send the leg forward, and then out to the side. And then you can bend your elbow to lift your leg higher. Stabilize, focus and concentrate, and breathe. Bring the leg back to the center, leave it up there. Bring your arms up and pulse it 3, 2, 1. And then place your foot down. Arms down, stand mountain pose. Take a breath. If you need to, take a cleansing breath. Standing now into your left leg. Raise your right thigh up. Parallel to the floor with the hands onto the hips, elbows toward each other. And then we'll take the right arm and go get the big toe with the peace fingers, or hold the knee if you're modifying, and send the leg forward, and then out to the right. Counterbalance with your left arm if you like, and then bending your elbow to lift the leg higher. Breathe. Coming back to the center, leave the leg up, and pulse the foot up. 3, 2, 1. Place it down. Arms down. 2 breaths. Mountain pose. Take a cleansing breath if you need it. We're going to move into Natarajasana. This is the dancer's pose. I'm going to be showing from the side. You all keep facing that way. Inhale and raise your arms up. Turn your left palm forward. Bring your right arm down. Bend your right knee and grab the instep of your right foot. You want the palm of your hand and the soft part of your elbow facing out. Take an inhale breath and grow taller. And as you exhale, start to kick the leg back and up. Try not to just plank forward. Lift the chest. Strengthen the arms. Pull in the belly. Lift the toes. Pour it on for 3, 2, 1. Come out gracefully. Take a breath. Inhale, raise your arms. Right palm forward. Left arm to come down. Bend the left knee. Grab your foot. Inhale, get taller. And then exhale. Start to kick back and up. Pull in the low belly, lift the chest more. Lengthen through both of your arms. Hinging forward. Push the toes up and over your head. Kick and lift. Pour it on. 3, 2, 1. Unwind. Arms down. 2 breaths. Come to the top of your mat. We're not going to jump in this vinyasa because you just did that back bend. Inhalation, raise your arms. And exhalation, bow down. Look up halfway. And step or jump back. Lower. Inhaling. And exhaling. I just said we weren't going to jump, and then I said jump on a habit. See? That's one of my weaknesses. If I'm thinking about something while I'm doing something else, you better watch your mouth. Let's take 2 breaths here. We're going to do a little bit of ab work. This is kind of fun. I think it's fun. Bring your feet toward each other. And we're going to start off with the left leg lifted upward towards the sky. And then bring your knee in towards your nose and hold. And then bring the leg up and back. And then bring it to the outside of the elbow. This is called dog leg. Flex the foot and hold. And then bring it up and back. This time bring it across the body towards the right elbow. Hold. And then bring it up and put it down. Take a breath. Recover. Inhalation, take your right leg up. And then exhale, knee to nose. And inhale, lift it up and back. And dog leg. Hold. Inhale, up and back. Bring it across. Hold. Inhale, up. Put it down. Excellent. Let's lower all the way to the ground. You can look over to the right. Bring your arms down by your side with your palms facing up. Deep breaths. I'm going to shut your fans off. It's too cold. Okay, we're going to go into a pose called Bekasana. So, prop yourself up on your elbows like you're watching TV on your belly. And you're going to take your left elbow and bring it just slightly narrow of your shoulder and lay the forearm across the top of the mat, the fingers pointing toward the top right corner. So left fingers pointing toward top right corner. Bring your knees together and then bend your right leg, reach back with your right hand and put the palm of your hand on the top of your foot. So your fingers are stretching towards your ankle and your palm is literally on top of your foot. Yes, your elbow will be pointing up. Bend your elbow and pull the heel closer to the floor. Push down. As you pull your belly in, you should tuck your left toes to help stabilize your low back. Now, my friends who are more advanced, you can turn your fingers away from your body and hold your toes in your hand, elbow pointing up. Or you can just keep your hand on the top of your foot. You choose. Good, and then releasing from there. Bring your knees together. Lay your right elbow slightly narrow of your shoulder and extend your fingers towards the top left corner. Bend your left knee, reach back, and grab a hold of the top of the foot with the palm of the hand. Fingers extending towards the ankle and the lower leg. Keep your chest facing forward. The challenge is in the shoulders, yes? It's interesting. And then from here, you can push the foot towards the mat. And if you feel you're more flexible, turn your fingers away from your body. Nice, Adriana. And hold onto your toes. Good, Lauren. You can tuck your back toes to help stabilize your low back. Keep breathing. Good. And releasing from there. Wonderful. And then from here, press up and back onto your heels. And we're going to set up for the double saddle. If double saddle is not one of your poses that is comfortable, you can always stretch one leg at a time, or you can opt to take hero's pose on a block. So I'm going to show you these options. Those of you familiar with double saddle, just go in. If you need to watch a modification, turn around and look at me. So you can take a block and you can put it underneath you so that this way you're stretching your thighs and opening up all of the tops of the feet on some height. Okay? The other option for folks who have knee issues is you do one leg at a time. And ideally, you want to have the block under your straight leg buttock. The full double saddle is to take the knees apart, big toes to touch. You loop your tail under, and then you lie all the way on your back. But if you want, you can always put a block up underneath your spine. And I will come around and help you to make sure you have everything that you need to do the pose well. What was everything?
Exactly. We're just trying to get the job done here, you know?
It's good. We're going to be here. You look great. Oh, yes. She's saying, where should I put my hands? It's really nice if you extend them behind you. You can make a box or you can just extend them. not switch your legs out. Go ahead and switch your legs. Those of you who have one leg forward. Good. And then we're going to come up. And stretch out each of your legs long behind you. Tuck your toes and squeeze your kneecap up into the thigh. Excellent. Bring your legs around, lie down onto your back, and we're going to set up for wheel. And tonight I'm going to offer that you can do figure 4 once you get up into your wheel. This is for people who are more advanced, who are familiar with and proficient, good at wheel. Okay? Turn your fingertips towards your heels. Make sure your feet are parallel. Take an inhale breath. And on the exhale, lift up. And then, if you're comfortable, you can cross one of your legs over into a figure 4. It changes the pose dramatically. Make sure you do both legs. Come down and rest. Feet together, knees open, Supta Baddha Konasana. Then use your hands to close your knees. And if you have a back issue, you should roll to the side. Same thing for pregnancy. But if you don't, you can rock and roll up. And we're going to go upside down for 2 minutes. And tonight I'm going to teach headstand. And so if you want to learn how to stand on your head, you can come closer to my mat. You literally would have to be on my mat to be in the video, okay? So you can come closer to make sure that you know how to do it. If you want to stand on your hands, you're more advanced, or your forearms, great. If you want to learn how to stand on your head, come over here and I'll show you how. The heel of your hand goes in the bridge of your nose and you extend your middle finger, and that's the crown of your head, okay? When you're new to it, you should use the wall. I'll show on the wall, that way you'll understand how to do it. When you interlace your hands, you get your elbows narrow of your shoulders, and then you literally walk up, you'll be closer, onto the wall. And then you can practice freestanding. But the wall is there if you need it. There will be weight in your head. Folks always ask me that. Am I supposed to feel weight in my head? Yes, you're standing on your head. But what you shouldn't feel is pain and tension radiating all through your neck and shoulders. Okay? So once you all get up, I'll give you some more instructions. Pull your mat right up onto a wall. Any orange wall will do. Don't be afraid, unless you have a neck issue, in which case you don't do the pose. It's important that you get your legs higher than your heart. It's perfectly fine also to just lie on your back with your legs up. About 30 more seconds. If you came down and you want to go back up, do so. Being upside down not only increases your confidence, it helps you to get different and new perspective. And you're going to make your way down and rest for 6 breaths. For every minute you're up, 2 breaths while you're down. Unwind if you were in child's pose, and everybody just keep their legs facing the short mirrored wall, and you're going to take that happy baby, grab the insteps of your feet or dive through, grab the outer edges and rock east and west, happy babies. Give yourself a good squeeze. Pull down on the feet, and then place your feet to the mat. Pick up your hips, move in and left, and I'm going to give you an option for your supine twist that's a little more advanced. Take your right leg, which is going to be on the bottom, bend it and grab it in your left foot, in your left hand, pardon me, so that the knee points to the top of your mat. And then take the other leg and bring it over. And if you find it's too intense, then just bring both knees over at the same time. Lift your leg on the top, release if you're holding the foot. Pick up your hips, move them over to the right. Now you're going to take your left leg, bringing it so that the knee points towards the top of the mat, and your right leg comes over. And you want to turn your chest away from your right leg. Deep breaths. Yourself center line. Extend your legs long. Arms down. Palms face up. Close your eyes. Shavasana. And I'll read you a little something. I always like to read you something at the end, something you can take with you. This is from Patanjali, who wrote the Yoga Sutras. It says, when you are inspired by some great purpose, some extraordinary project, all your thoughts break their bonds. Your mind transcends limitations. Your consciousness expands in every direction, and you find yourself in a new, great, and wonderful world. Dormant forces, faculties, and talents become alive, and you discover yourself to be a greater person by far than you ever dreamed yourself to be. Thank you for letting me teach you. Namaste.